Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another series review. I just recently watched the latest episode of Sherlock and it was called The Lying Detective. And it was one of the best Sherlock Holmes episodes I've seen in a dog's age. We have this really twisted man named Culverton, and I forget the actor who plays his part, but he played an instrumental role in Under the Dome, and there was another series that had come out. It was, oh yes, how could I forget about, no, it wasn't Under the Dome, I'm sorry, it was Wayward Pines. I thought that was the one I remembered him so fondly in, because he's a lot like Sir Anthony in the way that he makes you love to hate him, and he always plays a character who is mentally twisted and psychopathic in that way. And of course Sherlock goes through mental upheaval himself, and it's very interesting. This episode dealt with a lot of death and loss, and I thought it was actually very helpful, as he would speak to Mary and he'd still see her even though she's not there anymore. And one of the things that Sherlock actually mentions, Watson figures out it's the anniversary of his birth, and he said, you know what, I never once figured when your birthday was. And of course Sherlock is nonplussed, and he's a little bit miffed, and he says, well, now you know. It's a laconic kind of answer, I thought. And I don't know why, but it really tickled me. I thought this is so common for him to respond in that manner. And then there was something revealed about Sherlock having a brother, and the reveal of that, holy Moses, I thought, I had a feeling, I don't know why, but I had a feeling, I just thought, there's no way. She is probably 2 steps ahead, and I thought, and with the ending, I was just looking at my screen. I usually don't do this, but I said, no, I was screaming at my television. I thought, you can't do this to my favorite character. But sorry, I won't give away any spoilers, but my poor heart, it went through so many emotions watching that. But BBC at its finest. It is just absolute pleasure for me to watch this particular episode, so finely crafted, and just how Culverton played with him like a cat with a mouse, and it was chilling and disturbing. And I also like this episode because you get to see into the subconscious mind yet again, and that's why I've always enjoyed Sherlock, because he has this mind palace, and I think I have my own too, especially if I feel like I'm going into panic. I think it's not me, it's just because my brain is just processing properly. But now I know it's really no threat, it's a ill-perceived threat, it's not real. And I know how to counteract it. And if anybody needs any help understanding what anxiety is or how panic attacks work, you have to come to the realization of it's just the brain being overstressed by something that you can't always trace it to a trigger. I've never been able to decipher what my trigger was, but not that it matters. All I know is that the mind is a very powerful element in and of itself, and Sherlock illustrates this so gorgeously well. And in this episode, we see him in a very perilous situation, even mortal for him. And Mary's message, I thought that message was coming from not herself, but from somebody else we all love to hate, and we know who it is, and he's coming back. We know Moriarty's not dead. They can't kill their titular villain, because doing that would just destroy the entire franchise. Same thing with if you do that to the hero. If Sherlock were to completely die, yeah, it would just ruin it entirely. Although they could probably do... I'm not even going to say it because that's going to be a... well, they can't now, but in an alternate universe, this is what I would do. I'm not even going to say what it is, but you probably know what I'm thinking, what's going through my brain. Yeah, I don't know how I come up with this stuff, but... oh, this episode was just poetry in motion. It was just absolutely resplendent, and I can't get over how well crafted and meticulous it was, and funny as well. It was more suspenseful and disorienting, and it played with your mind so well, and that's why I enjoyed it so much. But that's all I gotta say, so until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, tutti!